between two generations. I've been excited about the last few discussions that we had inside on dating, on work ethics, and other things, and we've gotten some great feedback, and we got another one today. I believe we're going to share some what I call nuggets, Kelton. You know what I'm saying? By the way, my name is Miguel Perez, just in case you forgot, and this is my friend
Kelton.
Yeah, so we were discussing throughout this week, Kelton, about things you should never, ever do, whether you be a male or a female. We're going to look at both perspectives. I got 5 and he has 5, and we're just going to throw back and forth and see how it goes. So you want to go with yours first, or you want to go with mine first?
Let's go and start out with your first one.
First thing.
We'll do you one, me one, you one, me one. That way we can keep it.
All right, cool.
Back and forth.
And again, these are just, I believe, nuggets. And, you know, a lot of this stuff right here, people think, oh, this common sense. But common sense is not so common, believe it or not. It's not.
In short supply.
Yeah, I would go and think, man, this is basic. This is basic life principles that everybody should know, and they don't, Kelton. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
One thing you never, ever do. This first one is for the ladies, for the women. Never, ever, no, actually the first one's for the men. Okay, sorry. Never, ever ask a woman how much she weighs. It's a big no-no, Kelton.
I can agree with that.
You agree with?
I will say though, like
never,
it's
ever.
obvious to tell someone's body structure, and women are more sensitive about that subject.
Yeah.
Because a lot of different things, including social media and I'm supposed to look like this. So that's kind of a touchy subject. If you finally ask that question, y'all probably 2 years together.
Yeah, I was married for a while, and that was the one subject I never brought up to my wife, was the weight. It's just, you just stay away from that. If you're gonna bring it up, you should just say, hey baby, I think you're losing weight. But you never ask.
You're looking good or something of that nature.
Because again, you know, there's a study says that most people are insecure. And I've met girls that were just, you know, slim, they were skinny, but they just felt fat. And I've come to realize, and there's a quote that says, it's not who you are, it's who you think you are that helps you and hurts you in life. That's why most women that have that disease, anorexic, are very skinny, thin girls, but they feel they're fat. You know what I'm saying? So for men, never ever ask a woman her weight. Forbidden. That's a nugget. Go.
Well, I got one, and this is for women.
Okay.
I know a lot of women don't see this way, but I'm gonna need y'all to think about this a little bit. Men do not take hints. They just don't. We as men don't see you when you hint stuff. We're not gonna take that hint the way you think. We're gonna be like, why is she shoving her shoulder like that? Look, is she okay? Like, we're not gonna take the hint. Just tell us what's going on. We have better understanding whenever you logically explain something. We're logical creatures. Women are more emotional creatures. That's how it is. So we're not going to perceive the same thing y'all will. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we do stupid things. We say stupid things. And y'all take it, you know, as something else. But that's because y'all are taking the hint that we don't even know exists most of the time. So if you've got something to tell us outright. And I guarantee you'll get a lot further with men. I promise you.
Exactly. I agree. We just don't get hints. We are direct communicators. Just say it. Because if you try to hint it, most men will not catch on. I know I'm guilty of this. You know, like I said, I was married and I got in trouble many times over because my wife said, you didn't get what I was trying to tell you? And I was like, no. I didn't understand. You were trying to say that? And I ended up getting in trouble. I said, well, what'd you just say, so woman? And like, no. So yeah, that's a good one, man. Never ever just give hints. Just tell them direct. You know what I'm saying? You know, again, a woman thinks for a man, it's like, can't you get the hints? It's very simple. Man, don't think that way. You know
no, absolutely not.
You gotta, well, especially with me, you gotta clarify. You gotta outright say this and that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Specifically line it up and tell us X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. Because if not, we're gonna be like, well, you said to do this, and then we get in trouble because we did that, but we didn't do it a certain way. Tell us if you want it that way. Communicate. We will get everything done the way you want it to if you just tell us the way exactly you want it.
Normally I would have 1,000 stories, but none of them are coming to mind. But that's a good one. Maybe on later on. Okay, I got one. This is for the women. Okay, never ever compare your man to another man. Totally forbidden. Bad thing to do. because a man does not like being told by his woman that he needs to be like O. Henry and he needs to be like Bob. And Bob did this and John did that. And why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? Really later, you are demasculating that man. You're taking his manhood from him because he wants to be the hero in your eyes. But what you actually tell him is, oh, Henry's a hero, and you need to get there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very bad thing. So never, ever, 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 ever compare your man to somebody else. And if you do it, you better do it in the back of your mind. Don't verbally express that because that's a very bad thing to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna create an environment where that man is not going to feel appreciated, and an unappreciated man will become a loner man. They will step away further from you faster than you will ever really expect, because they see you want something else in a man that someone else is. You have to express, hey, I want you should do this for me. Don't compare. That is the comparing. In any sense, you lose. It doesn't matter what it is, you will lose everything.
And most of the time, believe it or not, this is done with people that are in a circle. You know what I'm saying? There are couples that get together, buddies that get together, a best friend. They're in the circle, and they use this individual to compare their men with. And that's even worse, because now you caused a problem. Because if you ever get together with that circle, in the back of his mind, he's going to think, well, you're checking out Henry, you're checking out Bob. You're trying to make me like Bob, so that means, well, you like him? Well, go to Bob, I'll go to Henry. And it works both ways, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Does. It really does. Women can feel the same way whenever you treat them that way. So I guess really the thing is to just tell everyone, don't compare anybody to anybody. Even your friends, family, relationships, anything. I mean, that's just a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna scratch for men. It's for both, actually. You don't compare your man to anybody, but man, you don't compare your woman to anybody either. You know what I'm saying?
You get a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna be in that doghouse.
Men will keep it in the back of their mind, but women will express that to you. Maybe not right there and then, but when you get home later on by yourself and you're thinking everything's good and you didn't get the hint, she's gonna let you have it. You know, from that moment on. So let's just go. You got one.
One of my things is. Whenever a partner of yours has a hobby or something that they're striving for, they love to do, even if you don't see that, see the reasoning for it, let that person do that hobby. Let that person enjoy that part of their life. My biggest reason why is because if you take that away from somebody, no matter men, women, doesn't matter, if you take that away from them, you're going to create a lot of problems, a cascading effect of problems, because when that person had this hobby before you and you try to cut them off and discourage them from doing it and try to say, no, you shouldn't do that anymore, you're going to hurt that person quickly, and that person is going to, step away from you, because there's a lot of people that will choose their self over you. So you're just going to have to run with it. And if you get involved, even if you don't like it for a minute or two, they're going to appreciate that little bit of involvement for the longest time. I promise you.
Yeah, and you shared something about a relationship you got into, and I don't know if you want to keep that part of it private or not, but Kelton had a very hobby that he really enjoyed, got in a relationship, was running great, and she wanted him to give up that hobby, and it just pretty much messed up everything, because it was his escape, right? You got a hobby, it's your escape. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If a girl likes to go into the gym and all of a sudden I tell that girl, I don't want you to go into the gym, there's too many guys there, then that's going to be a problem, because that's her escape. You know what I'm saying?
And I get it if you over like prioritize that over the relationship. Therein is a fact of where, okay, yes, you need to address that.
Exactly.
But whenever this person strives to do something, is trying to accomplish a goal, don't take that away from them. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt them. Let's just don't do it. Really.
Yeah. And some of these things one might be, this is dumb. This is stupid. I don't understand why you can enjoy that. Yeah. But it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what they think. You know what I'm saying? And if it's something that they enjoy and love, you know what I'm saying, then let it be. If you love them, then you're gonna love whatever they get involved in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even if it is dumb to you, guess what? That person you love, supposedly, go ahead and do these things, you should love them regardless. I mean, what they do, some men, we do dumb things sometimes, but, that doesn't mean that you need to take away everything from us to have that dumb fun, because we like dumb fun.
Yeah. Now, I will give y'all one, and this is for president women. Some of these guys, This is generation. My generation are not that much into video games. I mean, I don't get it.
We'll go too deep with that one.
But man, I'm telling you, it's a bad thing because I've seen guys wake up all day long on those video games, and these are men that are married and have children and stuff. And yeah, maybe you got a day off, but man, you got to balance that out. You can't be playing video games your whole
Balance
time.
is key.
Now that I'll give any woman that argument right there. Hell yeah, well, take it away, throw it away, and do what you got to do there.
I'm not gonna agree with that. I totally won't, and I'm not gonna go deep into this. We're gonna let him go with the next one that we got going on because that conversation will go far.
All right, we'll go back to that one, man. Let's make it one of the subjects because in my generation, it's just ridiculous. But the younger people, they just can't get away from it. So let's go to another one now. Okay, never ask a woman if she's pregnant.
I think that correlates with the weight thing, too.
Well, no, not necessarily.
A little bit.
No, not necessarily. Some girls are just, they're naturally big, and even some guys and stuff like that. Most guys are not sensitive about that, but some guy tells me, hey, Miguel, you getting kind of big, and I've been, well, like your mama, and that's it. It dies right there. Didn't bother me. I'll go on. But
I like giving people a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you calling me fat, bro?
But if a woman's not pregnant and you ask her, are you pregnant? Which is a mistake that I've made one time.
I've done it too. Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
I learned that mistake real quick.
Yeah, so, and lady let me know that I was wrong. So never again we would do that, Another one is, oh no, it's yours. Go ahead.
Oh, right. My biggest thing in a relationship is whenever you get married or you get in any relationship with your spouse or whatnot, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to do, form a two-handed circle. You should not be communicating outside of that two-handed circle for other things inside that relationship. My biggest thing is I'm gonna explain a little bit better. You should not be communicating your problems that you have with everybody else. If you have problems with somebody, you need to be communicating with your partner. Not telling everybody else and then saying, oh, well, so-and-so thinks that you're wrong because you did this instead of this. I'm like, okay, well, why are you having this communication with them, but you're not communicating this with me? And then you're using them as a reasoning as to why I'm doing something wrong because you're using that outside thought. You and that person, whoever you're in a relationship with, should be communicating your problems. You should not be communicating those problems or anything outside of that unless it's, obviously abusive relationship, abusive situations. I completely understand that. But
so never ever share your business until you,
absolutely.
With everybody else, especially when you haven't dealt with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So you go tell everybody else except Henry. You know what I'm saying? When Henry's the one in the relationship, I can't fix something if I don't even know it's broken. But everybody else apparently knows it's broken.
Yeah. But the thing is then whenever you involve other people in your relationship, one, you look like a fool because you're only explaining one side of something.
Yeah.
And you're just putting out there that you're upset, and that opens doors to a lot of bad direction, especially if a woman, talks to a man about her man. A shoulder to cry on is something to ride on. I'm just saying. So having those things can create so many problems, not only with the relationship you're in, but the outside circle that you're communicating those problems with.
Yeah. So keep it an A and B conversation.
Two-handed circle.
And other people need to see their way out. And actually, it's one of mine. Is to never. Never ever use a person of the opposite sex to confide in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never do that.
Yeah. No, that's bad.
If I have a problem with my girl, my woman, my wife, my fiance, whatever the case may be, I don't want to go to a female friend to pour myself into because a lot of times that's how an affair gets started. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it's like you listen to me.
That door.
She ain't listening to me, but you listen to me. I can talk to you. I can open myself, and next thing you know, some ungodly feelings start developing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, so absolutely.
Never go to someone of the opposite sex to go pour yourself into about your relationship problem. That's a big no-no.
I have done that before, but my biggest thing is I have asked questions. I've never gone to another woman and told them about my relationship. I've asked questions. So if someone did this to you, and we were in a relationship, what would you do and how would you feel? That I've done, but I've never gone to another female like, oh my God, she's doing this to me. Like that shows you as weak as well, because I mean you're allowing something to happen. Another woman seeing that, they're gonna see you as weak.
It's just a dangerous thing, and it's this opposite sex. Like if I go to my buddy, man, I have some problems, whatever the case may be. That's one thing. But I would go to a female friend. Man, you're opening a lot of doors there, a can of worms. A lot of possibilities can take place because you're vulnerable, or she can be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? This goes both ways, men and women and women. They can be vulnerable, and if they're having relationship problems, that's where they're at. And here, come on, baby, come on, I got you, man.
Yeah.
Very, very, very bad thing. So I don't suggest, I'd encourage them to do that. So
absolutely.
Okay, yours.
All right. One biggest thing is listen to hear, not listen to respond. So whenever you're communicating, the best thing to do is, instead of listening to respond to something, or listening to, tell them, hey, no, but this, listen to what they're saying. I guarantee you'll get so much farther in any relationship. This doesn't correlate women and men specifically. This correlates with, friends, family, all of it. If you sit there and will listen to what they're saying, even if they're angry, and even in those high stress moments where you want to be like, you're wrong, no, and yelling at each other, screaming and fighting, stop and listen. Listen to what they're saying. I guarantee you'll find a way out. One, if you're calm, you can make a better communication with one another. And two, if you hear what they're saying and you respond back with what they're saying and communicate that well, most likely you can diffuse a situation very easily. And the thing is too, is now you hear what they're saying, now you're hearing their problem, so then you need to either address it as, okay, well, we need to solve this problem, or hey, I don't feel this way, whatever direction you need to do, but listen to hear what's being said.
Be a better listener, of course.
Don't listen to respond.
Yeah, I agree with that, because, and you know what, it's a very hard thing to do.
It absolutely is.
And most people, like, this is out of experience, most people, when you try to tell them, man, I'm going through this, what they try to do, instead of listening, they try to top your problem. Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I went through this and I went through that. I'm here to pour myself.
There's a difference between comparing as like a sense of like, oh, well, I understand where you're coming from because I've been through something similar. This is how I would handle it, or something of that nature. But instead, people do exactly what you're saying.
They try to top your problem because they make you feel like that, and they're not listening, and they don't do what the whole goal. My goal was just to pour or vent or listen. And most of the time, counseling, matter of fact, counseling, I took counseling in college. Counseling is pretty much 95% listening. That's it. Let them say what they're going to say.
Counseling didn't work for me. But
I
tried therapy.
I like that one. That's a good one. Let me see. This is a simple one. Never guess a woman's age. Now, I know for a younger generation, they're not that big on this. Are they?
Especially like older women.
No.
Seriously, hear me out.
Disagree. Go ahead.
No, hear me out. Older women going after younger men. They like that. They really do. It's weird. Because usually, I was taught when I grew up, you know, those exact things, you never ask a woman her age, you never ask a woman her weight, you never comment on her weight unless it's positive. You never comment on her age unless it's positive. And the other thing that I was always taught, hey, shoot lower. If you think she's 35, go for 32. Go lower. Don't put yourself in a bad position. But anyways.
Wow, okay.
It's just, they really do like it because they're cougars most of the time, or they're like, they really are. I'm not even joking. Like I've seen it happen before, and they're like, guess my age, and you're just like,
oh man, that's man, you're setting yourself up.
I'll play the game.
You're setting yourself up.
No, I've been taught, playing games. Man.
I've been taught from a very young age to never ask a woman's age, and I've come to. Now this generation, this younger generation. I guess they get to the point where they really don't care. But to me, the older generation, yeah, because, you have enough sense. You've been around a lot of people that he said, well, guess my age. And, you know enough about this to, like, maybe go low.
Yeah.
Guys don't. Believe it.
45.
As basic as that should be, that's why I was like, you know what? I tell guys, don't ever go there. Don't guess a woman's age. Just say, hey, you know what? I think you look young. Period. That's it. That's right there. That's enough to get you out of it.
Yeah.
Or just straight out tell them I ain't that dumb. I don't guess women's age. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, but I think older women are more sensitive to that than younger women about than that. So that's my encouragement. I just say never guess a woman's age. Want to take your chances?
That's you.
You know what I'm saying? This is just my nugget, all right? So, yours.
One thing that I do want to cover that is probably going to be a little controversial,
Okay.
but it's honestly, I believe, truthful.
All right.
So, one thing that couples don't realize whenever you're first getting into, a relationship is that men are interested in a woman's past when women are interested in a man's future. We think differently, and a lot of people don't realize that, especially whenever it comes to like when girls get upset about us asking about body counts and stuff like that. It matters to us, just like as you wanting to know how we're gonna do in the future matters.
Yeah.
It's a very controversial thing because it's gonna put a lot of thinking in there, but
Well, again, if you look at it from a man's point of view, that's a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying?
body count to me is a big deal too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
Just like a woman would want to have a future with somebody, but they're thinking about the future of it. So it's the same concept.
yeah, I just, as a matter of fact, it's just something I don't even want to know. You know what I'm saying?
I do,
but
I do for reasonings that will tell me more about your past. Because if you as a woman have done a lot of things with other men, there's a lot of problems that can arise in a relationship.
Yeah.
One divorce goes up by 30%.
Mhm.
If a woman has a promiscuous past.
Yes.
It does automatically, and I hate to say that, but it's true. It's like scientifically true.
Yeah, and it's a biased thing because men have a past, but it's women have a more forgiving heart when it comes to men with a big body count, or you should say whatever it came. When it comes to men and women, it's not the same. Whether it's right or wrong,
It's like the thing that I always got.
that's not even a point for a man. Whether it's right or wrong, who cares? But the bottom line is that a man is bothered.
I always got told the lock analogy. You want a lock that only has one key, versus a lock that has multiple keys is useless.
Yeah.
You can take that analogy however you want to, but that's what I was
Yeah,
told.
like I said, I know it's unfair. I mean, it goes that I shout it out because some women might hear this and say, no, well, but that's just the way it is. That's bottom line. They're being realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think I'm a good man. I think I bring a lot to the table. But if I get the sense that you've been to the table a lot, I don't have dinner with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something I just don't want to be a part of. And whether, like I said, I have a past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's hard. It's hard because you don't want to hurt the woman's feelings, and you don't want to seem like you're freaking chauvinist. But in that aspect right there, there's no way you're gonna convince a man any
It's really a turnoff.
and if it is, and
I'm sure it is for women too.
And
they see a guy having a high body count, they're like,
and and here's the deal. You talk about a man with substance. So you talk about how would you call those high profile men, whatever you call them?
a high valued man.
High valued man. A man with principles. A man had, he got godly values, family man. He's worked hard. He has it together. That man is different. He's gonna be.
He's not gonna act the same way.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Hey, I got a lot to bring to the table. Where a guy that don't have nothing much going for him and don't have no vision, don't have no dream, don't have no money, don't have things like that. Oh, he can care less. He just as long as somebody's in his life. You know what I'm saying?
He's happy to be there.
Yeah. He's the guy who said it don't matter. It don't matter. Well, yeah, because his life don't even matter.
That
but
man's in
a
there
high
like
value
somewhere.
man, a man that has something that can cultivate your life, can make it better.
He's not going to allow something that's going to destroy his life.
Yeah. It's just going to be a different story. So that's a good one. That's a whole topic in itself, I think. And we got to note that one down. All right. So, here's one I saw a video, and we're probably going to play it next week. But never ever text or be on your phone while you're on the first date or second or third. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that. I think now there is some understanding as to being on your phone in some sense, responding to messages and stuff like that on the third or fourth date. But the first and second, no, that's a bad sign. That means either you don't like the attention that I'm giving you, you could care less about the attention I'm giving you, or I'm not giving you the correct attention, so therefore I'm no longer going to continue this.
Or I might be doing all of the above, but yet this is more important. And it's just, I would be bothered, I would be upset, I would be perturbed if I would took out a girl and I'm talking to her and she's just doing this, and I go vice versa. Guys are just as bad. You don't know how many times at work I go out throughout walking the floor and the guys are on the phone. I'm like, get off your damn phone, do your job.
Too.
You know what I'm saying?
I play on my
just
phone a lot.
Disturbs me. Leave it down for like 5 minutes. Your life is not over. But I grew up in a season where we didn't have cell phones, so it's not really that hard to me.
For me, like I do have a little bit of a social media addiction, but a lot of mine is like I'm not looking at stupid videos. I'm trying to like learn new things.
But in this matter, is on a date, man or woman, put your phone down. Give the individual your undivided attention. That's a big plus. Yeah. But never ever get on your phone. And if you're that tempted by it, my God, leave it in the car, put it in your purse. You know what I'm saying?
Put that thing on silent.
Yeah, put the thing on silent. But that's a big disrespect to whoever you're with. It really is.
Absolutely.
All right, what you got?
This is gonna be my last thing.
I got one more after this one. That's it.
Right now, my biggest thing is understanding to be open-minded without pushing boundaries. And the reason why I say that is because if you're in a new relationship and you have friends around and, or your girlfriend has her friends around, whatever the case may be, if she wants to go do something and it's not pushing your boundaries of what you set as, I don't want you to be doing certain things, like, some guys don't like their girls going to the club by themselves and stuff like that. Be open-minded about some things. Like if she wants to take you to a certain bar that you've never been to, don't say no. Go. She wants to take you to something, like she wants to go to a certain place that you're not too sure about. Just go. Go find some new environments. Go explore. Because if not, you are going to stop that relationship faster than it started. Yeah. If you don't try to involve yourself in that person, this isn't just one of those things that go with just, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage and all that stuff. This is something just basic friends should be doing, personally.
I get it. You have to compromise, and if I meet somebody, I know they have a whole life and they have a whole new world different from mine. And if I want to bring that person into my world, I have to be willing to go into their world. You know what I'm saying? Family and friends, their activities, what they like, their places and stuff like that. Absolutely. Doesn't matter if I don't like them. If I like you, I'm going to make the sacrifice and I'm going to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's very important. You're right. Absolutely. I think that's real important. And if you're not open-minded, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't go places like that. Oh, that's not me. Then yeah, you're gonna shut the book down. You're gonna shut a book, even before you can read it.
You know what I'm saying? I agree with that.
I got another one, but I'm gonna go ahead and just stop there. I think the last one I got has a lot of meat to it, and I don't want to extend too much time on this. So as of right now, those are the things that me and Kelton just wanted to share. I think they're nuggets. I think they'll help you. Absolutely. And believe it, you might think, well, these are common sense, but common sense, it's not so common, Kelton.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not.
And I do believe that a lot of these things do have both sides of the coin to think about and look at, because man, things aren't always as it seems, and you could not even know you're doing some of these things. You really couldn't, because I've done a lot of things, especially like on this list. I've done these things before, and I know that I created a problem doing some of these things, so I had to learn that lesson. And if you can learn that lesson better than I can, by all means, let's learn that lesson and move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good. But I think that was some good stuff there.
Absolutely.
Again, subscribe, like, leave a comment, please. I know this girl texted me earlier. She was kind of upset about our last one. I was like, okay, well, that's just about food for thought. Go ahead and
just remember, these are all of our opinions. Not everything is against everyone.
Agree to disagree.
We just think the way we think, and that's what this podcast is about. Two different generations believing two different things, making sure that we can have that discussion, because there are a lot of differences between us and our ideas of everything. So,
but nothing but love for everybody. From me, God bless. In the name of Jesus, be good.
Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good night.